This is Jericho Plays, and today I'm going to be bringing you some Magic Arena content. I'm very excited to start doing Magic Arena on the channel just because it's easier on the eyes, it plays a lot easier, and honestly, there's not that much of an upfront cost to it, where Magic the Gathering Online, I occasionally have to put money in it so that I can do drafts and that sort of thing. And with Magic Arena, once I have a couple of decks, I can just play them over and over again. So expect more Magic Arena content in the coming weeks. Still going to do MTGO, but mostly when there's going to be some sort of special draft going on that I want to do, like the Vintage Cube videos that are coming out. So today I'm playing an Esper control deck. Control is one of my favorite archetypes, if you've seen any of my previous videos. This one is geared more towards being able to beat other control decks while still having some game against aggro. The main deck Kaya's Wrath and Tyrant Scorn are pretty dead against other control decks, but we need to keep them in because of mono red and Gruul aggro and that sort of deal. But with the addition of Teferi Time Raveler, we have a way to shut down our opponent's counterspells, meaning that we get to do whatever we want, so we can resolve a 5-mana Teferi, untap, and have a counterspell for their main turn. It does give us a little bit of play against aggro decks because they have to use direct damage on their main phase, which gives us a little time. We could also draw a card off of it, which is good. It allows us to cast sorceries at instant speed, so we can do an instant speed Kaya's Wrath, or an instant speed Thought Erasure on their draw step. So I'm pretty happy with this Teferi in the deck. The sideboard has concessions towards going even harder against control, like taking out Kaya's Wraths and bringing in Narsets and Duresses. We have Ugin for another high mana Planeswalker. We have Thief of Sanity, which is really good against other control decks. And Enter the God Eternals is pretty decent against aggro decks. But today I'm going to play a traditional constructed queue, and we'll see how we do. So we're on the draw, so I'm going to keep it. I would like to hit a turn 2 Search for Azcanta, but this does have a Moment of Craving in case our opponent is on an aggro plan. This seems like a really decent hand if we can get some blue sources. Well, that was not a double blue spell is not what we wanted to draw there. So this looks to be maybe the Command the Dreadhorde, which I think we're actually okay against. Oh, maybe not. Oh no. I'm going to hold on to this Moment of Craving. If this is some sort of Saproling tribal deck, I want to kill the Lord. Yeah, I will let them tap for mana with this because I don't want to kill a 1/1 with these. All right, so I will kill one now because they can't cast anything this turn. Next turn, I really want. Oh, is this gonna be a Giant Growth? I want to play Search for Azcanta, assuming I draw a blue land. I have Dimir Guildgate in this deck. That must be a budget concession that I forgot about. Well, that's going to really cost us. So that was a pretty big mistake on my part. I have the wild cards. I really should have been... Okay. So they're going to get a counter to the Saproling spell. They would get 3 Saprolings for 4 mana. And I don't want them to get... Oh, okay. Well, this is all okay. I can draw 2 cards on their end step, or I can counter something big, but I didn't want them to get 3 more creatures with counters on them. Well, I could play Teferi here, but that doesn't actually do anything. I'd rather play it next turn. Since we drew another blue land, I'm going to play Search for Azcanta and then hold up Absorb. This lets us start building up a bigger graveyard so that we can flip the search, and a flip search with Teferi is excellent. Taking 2 damage at a time is not really a big deal for us. Sure. In case they go really wide, I'm probably going to want that. Okay. I think they have a Vraska's Contempt. So running this Teferi out could be bad. But if they don't, I can untap, have Absorb, and just be happy. Okay, this is what we're going to do. That's what we'll do. I expect this one to get killed. I could have bounced the Saproling if I thought that was the case. But I'd rather draw the card and untap so I have Absorb so that they can't resolve a big spell next turn. This is really? Now they're doing it? Ah, I see. That's fine. We mostly want to avoid some sort of powerful planeswalker. This is okay. We have the Kaya's Wrath, but I think I'm just going to Moment of Craving. If they had the Vraska's Contempt, they would have used it, and now since we're on their end step, they can't play a planeswalker. We'll keep that. It looks like our opponent has a lot of creatures. Bouncing a token also kills it, so it makes it a little bit safer. Alright, we have quite a bit. Since I'm untapping 2 lands anyway, I am going to go ahead and Chemister's Insight, because maybe we can hit another land. I'm going to discard this Mortify. I'll go ahead and pay 2 here. I'm at a pretty healthy life total. I'm really beginning to wonder what they have in their hand. I'm going to bounce this. I'm going to bounce the token so that my Teferi can start building towards its ultimate. And it forces them to have something else. I'm going to put this in the graveyard. We have a lot of removal already. And I really want to flip this Azcanta so that I can find our Liliana, because that might be how we win. Whoa. Alright. I'm going to be discarding a Kaya's Wrath here. So we're in a really good shape. We're going to graveyard that, flip. Another? Interesting. Well, let's draw first.
Keep up the pace.
Try to use your planeswalkers first if possible. Just so that they can't kill it in response and you lose value. Ah, I see. So I'm going to use it on our turn, get our Liliana, and then untap it so I can use it if I need to this turn for more value. We're going to go ahead and just take care of that right now. Have a clear field, have a Teferi and a Liliana, and just be happy. Feeling very confident about this.
If I were putrid, but effective.
They have ways to kill our zombies, but really what I'm trying to build towards is getting to like 10 and ultimating Liliana. Really? Oh, it's not the exile one. I'm going to let that resolve. And then kill it. And just exile it so that I still have counter spells.
Hurry!
And at this point, I'm just maintaining. We're going to win this game. We have 2 counter spells, another kill spell. We are 100% winning this. So I'm not, there we go. Okay, so let's go to game 2. I'm gonna bring in our Cries of the Carnarium because it's a little faster than Kaya's Wrath and easier on the mana. I'm gonna take one Kaya's Wrath out, but leave the other 2. I'm gonna take out one Dovin's Veto, maybe take out another one. I kind of want our Thieves, just to have some creatures. So let's take out the other Dovin's Veto. The Thieves don't play super well with the Cry, but we can play around it. If I have a Thief of Sanity and I'm connecting with it, I'm probably winning anyway. So I do need to cut 2 more cards. Maybe cut the 3 mana Teferi or the Tyrant's Scorn. The Tyrant's Scorn doesn't hit the expensive things. We would just bounce it. Yeah, let's take that out. I want to leave Mortify in just in case they have some sort of enchantment that we didn't see in game 1. And I'm going to take out one Teferi and bring in another Ugin just to diversify our threats. This hand is fine. Again, I've got that Guildgate, but we're not going to get punished too bad for it this time. Turn 2 Search is exactly what we want most of the time. So I'm going to lead with this Guildgate so that we don't get messed up by it later. Does mean I'm going to have to shock in one of our shock land. Oh. They kept a 1-lander? Oh, okay. Well, we've won this game already. I honestly can't imagine a world where we lose when they've missed so many lands. I have a search, and yeah, that's a shame. They were on the play, so maybe they shouldn't have kept a 1-lander. The nice thing about the traditional constructed queue is that I believe you only need to win 2 matches to make your entry back. And so it's an easy way to get additional cards. You just have to have a good deck. This hand, again, I need to change that. This is okay. This is not a great hand, but I do have some aggro countering stuff. And I have 2 Teferis if I'm against control. I'm going to go ahead and shock this in. They might have a 2-drop that I want to kill this turn. Well, can't kill that. Okay. Well, they have the Command the Dreadhorde, but they're so far from casting it. I'm going to take this Tameo. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that Absorb on top because we're gonna use that to counter the Command the Dreadhorde. So as long as they don't find, well, as long as they didn't find Explore creatures, we were actually in very good shape because they'd be off of lands and this wouldn't get very big. So we're gonna pass here, and then I'm probably gonna Vraska's Contemptuous Wildgrowth Walker. Well, we're at a pretty healthy life total. I'm actually just going to take 4 and then let them do what they want. Because if they play a Tameo or something, okay, they didn't play anything. So we're going to Vraska's Contemptuous Wildgrowth Walker. That way they can't get it back with the Command the Dreadhorde. So it makes this combo a lot harder. And then this is an easy Fury.
This isn't a
Plus,
fight you can win.
I've got the Moment of Craving if the Merfolk Branchwalker decides to attack Teferi. If they don't, I'm just gonna let it go. Okay. But I do kind of want to close this game, so keeping Teferi at 5 might be good. Well, they can't bounce that.
I know my responsibility.
So I can bounce their Teferi, but they can't bounce mine. They really should minus just to draw a card off this Teferi. If they plus, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. Okay. That is not correct, in my opinion. So I'm going to bounce this Teferi because if I don't, I can't absorb. And I also want it to go away. Alright. So we are going to counter this Tamio because they'd be able to name Teferi for guaranteed value or get something else back.
No time for a break.
Ugh.
This isn't a fight you
It
can win.
auto tapper. If I draw a counter spell.
Don't worry.
Yep.
I got
Okay. Well. So this is good. We're gonna in a good spot here. If they go land, I'm gonna let this resolve. We have a Kaya's Wrath, so I don't really care about this Jade Light Ranger.
You know what? I'm not done yet. No, I am not making this up as I go.
We're just gonna go ahead and take 2 here. I can do this at instant speed, but I want to get value off this untap, and I can still do it at instant speed. Do I want to counter this? So I'm kind of forced to... Oh, I can bounce it again with Teferi. I'm going to let it resolve again.
Let's
Because
slow this down.
I know that they have a Command the Dreadhorde. Until I deal with it, I don't want to not be able to counter it. Yes, this is correct. Whoa, really? Okay. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and take Command the Dreadhorde. Don't really want a Godless Shrine. Plus this.
Here goes nothing.
So if I minus, they can kill one of my Teferis, but I'm actually okay with that, or I can just leave it. They would have to rip Command. They would have to rip something really good off the top for it to matter here. Maybe a plus.
Let's skip to
So
the
they
good
can only
part.
kill my other one. I plussed this. Oh, but this will stop me from being able to Kaya's Wrath at instant speed. Yeah, we'll Kaya's Wrath. Alright, so if they hit Command the Dreadhorde off the top, then we could be in trouble, but they're not going to gain life because we exiled the Wild Growth Walker.
I'll protect you.
Oh, okay. I just weren't paying attention. Alright. So, what do we want to do here? I want to minus this,
You need to slow down.
plus this,
I've got it.
play this, to keep this one,
I won't
draw a
hide
card
from the
with
world
it,
any longer. Hold that thought.
and pass the turn. And what we're going to do is Thought Erasure them in their draw step. That's fine. That deals with the Branch Walker. They can't, well, and they can't kill either one of these Teferis. So we're in pretty good position here. I can do the same thing next turn in case they draw Command the Dreadhorde. I think this is correct because the 5-mana Teferi does kill or can win the
No
game
more games.
more or less on its own.
Hurry. This might be a bad idea.
Alright. Would like to find a Search for Escanta or our Liliana.
Keep up the pace.
I'm gonna try to draw another card here.
That's more like it.
Alright. We're gonna counter this. I guess that was a mistake. I should have Vraska's contempted it. Because now if they find Command the Dreadhorde, I don't have a counter spell for it.
We need to move quickly.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Here we go.
Gonna Vraska's Contempt, Massacre Girl. I want to hold on to the Kai's Wrath in case they do find Command the Dreadhorde. There we go.
Let's skip to the good part. Trust me, I have a plan.
The undead make great minions. Good help is easy to find in war.
So with Liliana, we can plus pretty quickly. There we go. So I did make a mistake countering the Teferi and not Vraska's contempting it on the next turn. So we know that they're Command the Dreadhorde. So we want these exile effects, even though it doesn't necessarily hit. I kind of wish I had an Ashiok. I thought I took this off. I don't really like the styles because you can't really get all of them affordably. And having one thing mismatch the rest of it bothers me. Do you want these? Do I want a god? Enter the God Eternals? I don't know. I'm going to take out the Moment of Craving. They weren't exceptionally good there. I'm going to leave in Tyrant Scorn. I'm going to leave in Dovin's Veto. Take out one Kaya's Wrath. Still need to cut 6 cards. Maybe I don't bring in the Duress. Take out one Hero. Take out one Chemister's Insight. Take out one Teferi. Actually, I'll take out a Dovin Veto rather than the 3-mana Teferi. This looks fine. We have a lot of removal. We have some ways to exile. Knowing that they have their own 3-mana Teferi, maybe I take out more counterspells. Because if they land it before I do, then it shuts off those counterspells. But we also want to make sure that we're killing or countering Command the Dreadhorde. Maybe I should have taken out Mortify and put in Duress. Well, if we lose this game, maybe that's what I'll do. I'm going to keep this. These will enter tapped because, again, these Guild Gates, but double Thief of Sanity with a Kaya's Wrath seems pretty good. So we're going to go Guild Gate, Godless Shrine, and then both of these will enter untapped. And I can shock in the Godless Shrine if I draw a Thought Erasure. I'm on track to be able to Kaya's Wrath on 4, which is really good, because if they spew the board, like if they play more than one creature here, I'm probably not playing my Thief of Sanity. Alright. So that messes up my Thief.
Found wanting.
But I still need to play it. I don't know if that's correct. When you can bubble it several times, like what else is this one doing? So they made a mistake here. They did it before they attacked.
Defy convention.
Because now I can block the Branch Walker with the Thief of Sanity. So we're going to play a Teferi. I just don't know what mode I'm going to use. Probably still plus it. Maybe we can hit Ugin. Wow, they have a... We definitely need to bring in the Duresses. I did not realize the extent of their Planeswalkers. Okay. Do I care about Sorin? Not particularly.
Hold that thought.
These Guild Gates. I'm really suffering because they're in there. I won't be able to play Ugin next turn. Alright. It's a little bothersome that I may have to trade this Thief of Sanity into the Wild Growth Walker. But I can Kaya's Wrath next turn. They will, but then they'll be able to play Soren. Okay, so
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
1 for 1, I lose my Teferi. I play Kaya's Wrath, they play Soren, get one of them back.
Again.
They play Soren, get back Jade Light Ranger. I play Ugin plus and start to be happy because they don't have removal spells.
I will finish it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
When you understand reality,
That'll be nice to get back. So doing it this way, they don't have a kill spell
Every story is an
in their
opportunity
graveyard.
for new data.
I need to remember that I cannot Thought Erasure them now with Tamio, so they can ping. Go to 4, which means I have to kill Soren first with Hugin, or I can Vraska's Contempt Soren, kill Tamio, and then Thought Erasure if I draw a land.
I know I noted this somewhere.
Oh, they're not getting anything from their graveyard. They try to get it to Fury. Okay. They couldn't have played it this turn. I don't know. With stuff like this, I generally like to get immediate card advantage. So -3ing and getting back like
fault is not in our
Vraska.
stars, but in ourselves.
Again, they messed up because now I can block their Wild Growth Walker. How do I want to do this? I can... So what I can do, I could plus Ugin, have 2 blockers. They can bounce one of them with Teferi, as long as they don't have another thing to pump the Wild Growth Walker. That means that Ugin would be at 1. Oh, but then it would die to Soren. Okay. So I can... Vraska's Contempt, Tamio. Look at what they have in. Oh wait, no, I'd be at... I would go to 5. Yeah, no. I think that's what I want to do. I want to do this.
I question this outcome.
Okay. I do not want that. This should leave me with an Ugin on 1, so I can get some more creatures. I can play Teferi next turn. Bounce their Teferi. Their deck is very interesting. I didn't realize that there was a 4-color Command the Dreadhorde.
Looking to elevate
They need
yourself.
to stop doing
Perhaps
that
a pair of stilts?
pre-combat. Because now I get to kill one of their things with my Ugin. In fact, I almost think that what they should have done was bounced one of these, minused Soren to get a Jade Light Ranger, which would have pumped the Wild Growth Walker. Jade Light Ranger. What is going on? I don't get it. I just don't know what's happening. That was not a good draw. I think clearly I kill Soren.
I can create or destroy.
I'm gonna play Teferi. Bounce this Wild Growth
You'll thank
Walker.
me later. Time is much more malleable than people think.
Play Search. And what this does is, unless they have a way to kill this 2/2, I'm going to untap with a flipped Search for Azcanta and 2 Planeswalkers. Of course, there is the risk that they command the Dreadhorde and I die. Well, I'm definitely blocking here. Thought Erasure is nice to have. I want that. plus.
Keep up the pace.
Nice.
Truth
That's gonna be good to
lies
have.
beyond vision.
I actually should have thought erasure first.
Make this battle exciting for me.
Okay.
This looks like a fun new toy.
Alright. I think 1 or 2 more turns and we're gonna have this game on lock. So what I can do is I can kill this Dovin now, because they can only do that on one thing. Actually, I could take because Dovin's tax has been annoying. Alright, I think Ugin is the most important because it's...
Ether itself.
Then,
You know what?
let's see what we
I'm
get.
not done yet.
And... that.
Effective.
Actually, I want to kill this. No, I don't care. We're gonna do that. So I can't draw
I
a card.
won't let you win.
Hit 2. Take it to Fury. They already know that we have it, so I'll play that to A to Fury.
Right on schedule.
And do I want to draw a card? Yes, I want to draw a card.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Okay, I think we're in great shape here. They're at 47 life, but honestly, that's not going to matter if I can find a counterspell.
Don't worry, I got this.
Alright, tax is
I'm well
gone.
equipped to deal with nuisances.
All right.
like you.
If I get a counterspell off this Search for Azcanta, I think that we've won this video game. Yep. Alright. Oh yeah, perfect. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. That was a fun match. That was really interesting. Yep. So we have already made our entry fee back. Plus we're gonna get 3 cards. So the rest is gravy. We'll keep this. If our opponent is aggro, this hand is garbage. If our opponent is control, this hand is great. And they had to mulligan. So we're gonna lead with the Godless Shrine, because we can play the island untapped on 2. Oh no. Well, we want this search down. This could be Ralzeric combo. At this point, yeah. I'll keep all these counter spells. Yep, counter spells and kill spells. I'm just gonna be happy about it. So our opponent is on Feather the Redeemed. That's fine. I'm going to try to Moment of Craving it. They might have something to stop it. We're gonna Dovin's veto that. Perfect. Okay, so they are on a hard aggro. Unfortunately, we don't really have all that much. Moment of Cravings aren't really that great because their creatures get out of control really, really fast. I might want these Duresses. Cry doesn't really do anything. Just try to have a density of kill spells. Do I want the other Moment of Craving just because? Maybe an Oath of Kaya? Yeah, let's bring Oath of Kaya in. Take out one of these Tefiris. Sideboarding is the hardest part of Magic, in my opinion. It is very tough to know what to do, when to do it. So we will be on the draw, which is rough against aggro anyway, but we are up a game, so game 3 should be in our favor, at least from a starting point. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's not great, but it does have a Thought Erasure on turn 2. So we can take Feather the Redeemed out of their hand. And we do have some kill spells. We need lands, but we might get there with this. Ooh, that's a great draw. so they do have Feather, and they have Rekindling Phoenix. So we're gonna take Feather. Does Absorb do anything for us? We have an answer to the Feather already, or to the Rekindling Phoenix. I can bounce one of the Adantos with Teferi, but I'm not gonna get to Absorb. Like if I hold up Absorb, I guess I could hold up Tyrant Scorn. I'd rather try to find a way to kill these Adantos and make sure that we don't hit, and make sure that we hit our land drops. So I'm just trying to do tempo. Like I know that Teferi will die, but we're just doing tempo. That does not help right now against what we're doing. I'm kind of hoping they play Rekindling Phoenix here, because I can Vraska's Contempt it. Oh. Wow, I really wish I had brought in a Cry of the Canarium. Oh, they went face. Okay. We are still very dead. I do want these. I want that gone, and I'm gonna drop this and search. Alrighty. I think this is better. And we are on the play now. Oath. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a good hand. They had to Mole, that's good for us. I'm gonna shock in this land. Hold up Tyrant Scorn. Gonna hold up the counterspell for Feather. Or pretty much anything. We have Vraska's Contempt, so the Feather isn't as big of an issue. Nice. I'm gonna take the Feather. Yeah, we're gonna leave that on top. So they're gonna hit us for 2 this turn, but I can play an Oath of Kaya, make that up. And if they keep missing lands, okay, we're in pretty good shape. Alright, I have Vraska's Contempts for days. I'm just gonna take 1 though. Because we can keep taking 2, that's not a huge deal. Orb. I just need to find one of our Planeswalkers. It's still really good. Alright. Pretty soon, I will have to kill these Grim Initiates. They're gonna go to the distance. Such is life. This hand is pretty good. We can get a turn 2 search with Mortify, and we're on our way to Kaya's Wrath if this is an aggro-y deck. So is this mono red? Okay, so we're against mono red, so it's good that we have the Kaya's Wrath. I'm gonna play the search here because it might help us find the cards that we need. You want that? So they have an interesting choice here where they can attack me with the Lava Runner, play the Pyromancer, or they can maybe play another spell to buff the Lava Runners. So maybe they don't have a second land. Ugh, this is so bad. Bouncing Lava Runner. Does that matter? So I can save myself 4 life here, but they have a Lava Runner anyway. So I'm gonna play Teferi, so they have a Wizard's Lightning or a Shock. Okay.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
And plus, be at 5, they hit my face. I go to 7, I plus Teferi again. I Kaya's Wrath on their turn, in case they play more creatures. Or I bounce a G2 Lava Runner and stymie them a little bit and draw a card. Actually kind of like possibly Kaya's Wrathing on their turn. It means that they could also throw more stuff at the Teferi, which would essentially gain me life. But I could also just be dead here. Oh, fantastic. That's really good for us. We just gained 6 life off this Teferi. Okay. I expect... So I can bounce this back to their hand, or I can just destroy it. I should just destroy it. They got a land off of it. I really need our 5th land now. Okay, 7. Alright. Hold up counterspell? Yeah.
I'm known for my excellent height. I'll protect you.
Sure. Firebrand will kill our Teferi.
Only time will tell.
We're in pretty good shape here.
Let us march into that.
We're at 10. I'm gonna have a bunch of blockers. Go. Oh my goodness. We want cheap ways of gaining life and cheap interaction. That Fury did help us, but I don't think we want it. And this one, we'll take out 1. Take out... We definitely want absorbs. This looks fine. I would like some more ways of gaining life, but we have some interaction. Alright. As long as it's nothing too scary, I must just light up the stage. Ooh, that's tasty. Do I want to kill this? Yeah. Alright, I do want to look at their hand to know what they've got, but you have to kill the Steamkin quickly because it gets out of hand very fast. Alright. Want to land on top. I don't have an answer for Rekindling Phoenix or Chandra. Well, I do have an answer for Chandra if they don't draw a land. Moment of Craving is not a land. It's nice, but it's not a land. Okay. That's bad. Sounds good.
My assistants are pain.
You'll pay for that. Right.
We've drawn so many lands. Okay, come on. I need some good draws. No. No! No! Oh my god. 15 lands in the top 21 cards. Well, let's see what 3 cards we got. Anything nice? Thank you for watching. I've been Jericho Plays. I hope you have a great day.